And looks like Barcelona supporters team Nankasa are beginning to voice out. Say problems no afraid because if they look at the current situations, now almost share say Barcelona per se Champions League no with the same style of play will be extremely difficult. Na nkomo wa mini we dibi pay. Say akwa kodru extent say Hansi Flick ensa na so odin enye sa abasa enye yi. Ibi say Inigo Martinez every team no and I must say Barcelona team no abafom. That is why we are here. To explain the situations to you. Me see hey Inigo Martinez free Barcelona. And you're just 20% of the problem. Just 20. The rest of it, and no any ni munkai. Now I'm going to prove to you with data. See, to understand Barcelona's situation, say Barcelona for benchmark for Hansi Flick last season DNY. So time will be a Barca last season anka. So let's paint a picture well. Yenshe Hansi Flick team na ekoye last season no vis-a-vis this year's own. Me ahwe say nsusuye wom. Na nsusuye wom no kra den na de buy can't I'll come back to this. Okay. First of all, Barcelona defense na mususu say Inigo Martinez for hono na eye no. Ye league table, Spanish Laliga league table. Kent, let's get going. Spanish Laliga league table last season. Barcelona conceded more goals in Real Madrid. Madrid last season, enya injuries bebrebe. Barcelona conceded more goals than Real Madrid. Number one. Champions League group stages, no. Champions League group stages, the Kent menye no so. Ye group stages, no. O check it seems a boy in Barcelona ne tosum you know. Ken Barcelona conceded saying 13 in the group stages. Seems first 8 in Barcelona and a conceded kese me wa. Two examples here me ya which say last season Barcelona were conceding goals. Team ye. This year and the last season and society they were conceding goals. To the extent say you reach semi-finals, no. Say you don't understand why team a person call finals. Every semi-finals, 2 games, no consider 6 goals. Maybe what? How many Barcelona fans naman complaining, sir? But the difference what last season and this season say, whilst the defenders were conceding goals, any more for no goals at the paper goals now conceding no. Champions League, Barcelona even scored more goals than the team that won the Champions League. And I don't know, 43 goals. Paris Saint-Germain, 38. And see, the Barcelona defense last season with Inigo Martinez, they were conceding goals. However, any more for the team goals in Bebre, in Cebuana Barcelona winning 4-3, 4-2. 5-4. Barcelona Benfica. Ekwesi saying. And your game na ended 4-5. Murevi. Then your penalty so. Inti, that was the team last season. So what summarize Barcelona last season? A team wa no mu concede goals, no omusha goals bebre. Inti say ye rat this season. What you do is that you do analysis of your team. Your strengths were him, your weakness were him. Barcelona weakness ni say no mu concede goals. Almost strength ni say no mu share goals. In Tehono, Hansi Flick will sit down with Deco and they will analyze the team and find solution. Solution here then let's fix the defense. Me boy. Okay. Me pa mo no Nancy. Yeah, baba be see and game with you. Time on what's not say so omo analyze the team no. Ana defense ni ye weak no. And mo kofa Juan Garcia goalkeeper by. Instead of them to fix the defense, Because last season, as someone may can here, now Barcelona fans don't do an say. I told you, say, Jules Conde right back, left back Alejandro Baldi, Inigo Martinez, na Pauku Basimono, say, we say, with all due respect, I'm on your top players, but system no afa into all because say, I'm not the best of defense, so Barcelona needed to fix it. Instead of fixing it, the leader of the back four mom echo free one just the kaka pre. Oh yeah, income will be for crambe night. One sounds one to be a mechan. Me what? It's a problem na all last season now. Similar now was some fixing no. Rather almost sounds so saying more. Any other season anymore. Any able season way. Ekopim and Ra Club Brugge game no Ken. I've kept on telling you, say, so what the problem in Inigo Martinez, Masa, Moba Yiram Common. Inigo, he was the leader of the back four. Fair enough. Nemom last season, Barcelona for Presewa, Hafinha, Robert Lewandowski, na Lami Yamal, South front three no. Go and check statistics. Tima a winning boss bebre our position 10. Now Barcelona last season. Amo presso jebo. Se obebo Barcelona highline na what pass the ball no the aqua. And see because time will piano. Brony see pressure on the ball. Hey, I mean some show. Highline no. Na no aduane e pressure. Se opponent jebola. For pressure to no so emanin pepper emanin yes pass na openo. Mama mo one example bi. Anybody netie. Sa Jurgen Klopp the Gengen press no. No mo highline o. Me boa. But Sadio Mane ebia Diego Yota Mo Salah pressure mo de be ma wani mo Atache Henderson Fabinho mo. Inti highline no anu aduane ye press o press ya what you born the few opponents in same o ma opponent space e ma ne pass ball no enko afi sade ne ni ho inti enim ho na last season na eboa Barcelona pa no mo provided Barcelona with goals. They were providing Barcelona with a lot of pressure on the ball. They don't allow opponent to pass. Let me give you one example. Kent, from you call and game and I'm in castle in show. From me start and game and I'm in show a debut. Go now, Barcelona concede ye. Now can be some new do home kakra. Easily, you can just pinpoint and says, oh, back four no, and no me mistake, and I just kunde ko kemu. Sana don't wanna if you want to do easy one, you will say. But video analyst coach be a fadi we are first question will be sana say why another pressure Emma the Oma pass no Barcelona front four no Marcus Rashford on the closest player. Is he so close to put pressure on the kicker? No. So automatically Alejandro Baldi needs to jump and close the space. Okay. Maybe this does not suit you. You share the pass now, a bedi. Boy, we or pass in. Share, can't my next one. Shall you? And some say, problem no. Harder though, share Barcelona midfoot. Any attack no. Kind 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 players no. 3 defense. Sorry, 3 in midfield, 3 in attack. 6 players no. Should be on you gada. Natural pass now. A core player no do kwa yes our pass no. Why not put pressure on this guy? But Nkomana we know what I say. It's the initial pass. I call wings one. Barcelona was 6th place in midfield. Obien was the pressure. To pass and also. Your box saying how many minutes? 5 minutes. Young monko baby. You expect a 5 minutes a day. Boys know what energy. I'm gonna be press it. Anyhow, can't coach bako. Or pass a ball no and so edema passer no. Why so nice and so air pressure into the first pass, the second pass, nobody is putting pressure on the kicker. Anyway, in still last year. Sabo way omubwe for Inigo Martinez beshim. Ombeshe. Okay, let me sound some more an example. You can't for me call minutes. For me call the next one. For me call the next one. I'm in charge. Remember so many examples. Wait a minute 22. Barcelona high line. Neshe Barcelona front four. Femi Lopez, Lamine Yamal, Ferran Torres, Marcus Rashford. Shomu positioning. Neshe kicker no and answer whoever over your pass no. Can me pacho why they put pressure on the kicker? A question I want to ask: why they put pressure on the kicker? Boy, a choir only a coach pass na a hit a high line, and a high line. Yes, I understand the high line. We'll come back to that conversation. But the problem, I can show you several examples. Opponents ne footballer, obieni wa the pressure Emma opponents no into easily. Otiminya buche pejaniti no ato pass na eko.
Nti de enkofo kan say oma Barca supporters ne kan say the okay any the coach in me work rate individual players work rate above form. Nti bi na ewo sisi nti any jaibo. Say South four way omo work hard last season omo work hard we Rafinha what just omo work hard omo allow omo winya sa pass no njema players na omo high line na omo nya ne what you say but and the players nya space e ye de omo pento omo nya time e pass ball ne ye it now coach ne gidi pass individual players omo work rate above form adana on stop sisi kakra because the players we the same position you are go by. So more much here.
Okay, so that is a good argument. Before I come back to your argument, on the way 22 minutes 43 seconds. After just 1 minute, full for us to see. Now, and no can't go the next one. And no na me lead you to a question. I say, on the similar example now as we see you. We back on 22 minutes. We 23 minutes. So it kept on happening. Okay. Two options na coach no. Either say obey abandon the style no, i.e. the high line, or obey twaso na nyame aduma January or mato quality players e di amano.
But so and the unjai. Start na the onse no.
Mamenka no krasa mo fanchiro. Eda Barcelona ebeja high line ne bo no wakọ mid block goals dodo na team ne hye ne beba form mope team no problem it started pre-season and was some quality players edima coach na de komo mfi no because with the same system actually say system no Emma Barcelona timi ye bibi last season adelai. They just said the highline system ain't bad. Rather, he needed individual players. Who no quality player no crowd no already what on one money replacement. I don't know your problem this is here. Now, in the middle of the season, Coach Ben Obeka chance abandon the philosophy. Abandon the team no commit blocker. Do you know that at the time team never commit block no? Lamine Yamal performance above him. Lewandowski and Rafinha Rashford, Omuina would have to move downwards. As our goals now, Barcelona, yes, Barcelona produce a lot of goals now. So that's it. Inti, me say the solution. Mistake ni the AC sama nimu. Nyame adumwa. Coach ni be here 1 or 2 defenders Famano. And yes, what they say highline, what they say highline. Okay. This system has proven say, yeah, you might cham kit we be Chelsea ne Qarabak and wo. Chelsea has 7 changes. Say Robert Sanchez, Cucurella, Joao Pedro, and now James, and the any 4 players are almost starting Tottenham. They now man starting way. Now me per se, I want to engage the Chelsea supporters. Coach Mariska tiny for him. Tell you. Pep Guardiola, Mumbo coach is a warriors. Obi obenya Qarabak at this stage will be rotation. Especially when you know say games in 3 days if you are over. So why your rotation? No boys ne buy no. I'm a ball here. Instead of blaming the coach, tackle those individual players because players which is anyway. Jaro how to move. Omo opportunity prove the coach wrong. Jamie Giddens more. When your opportunity, coach amo opportunity against Karabakh. Now Ubeshia. How am I supposed to blame the coach? In any case, see me. Say coach na started Moises Caicedo. Was started Enzo Fernandez. And Omo and Caicedo prior. And can the same Chelsea fans adian come the coach come back at and say Karabakh that then I won't drop it player no. No I'm na akobon we ko pra. Come gaza. Coach Bia will rotate. The problem is say, any match we nko, and I no make catch us say Chelsea and the Sunderland. Just a champion a bo akwarana bre. Now we have for tossing a derby while we are penny se bebo borne kakra because game na ka be 15 minutes. Come and make sure say Brian Brobe on TV more boni bi. Tossing back game no we be hwe poto. Now ya Chelsea near the coach.
Well,
so those players on the bench they need to be responsible because you cannot have entire first 11 who the boss season in any possible. Inti awasa boys na wo bench no so new opportunity a omo keka omo kakra. The easiest way out yemfa coach. Me pam Manchester City sa 5-4-1 now here no. And painting the right picture. Crap. Tro no mutwe good City so tie.
Me so metam na so. First your mama.
Game a year be na ka be 5 minutes na was for 5 am City.
Who say Pep ko go
e can be 5 minutes.
Na say no the Champions League.
Ye go book yem won wa.
O defend Sergio Ramos no.
Papa bia yiswa na oton de niam free obema kam. Na friend book no lie. Na o de free a otro. Nti oba na oni ni di achi ne pe. O se book no lie. Na akwa yi ni book na ba. Nti kan wo mu nko a book no mu nko a de a obetua. We are picture evidence. Picture no lie.
God will catch and crack na so mo ko achi.
Okay. Kan style. Me football no coach bia ball obe body anya no resource eno na ya na hia wo football na ya dynamic esesa and is a coach be call this style no de anya results a ehia Pep Guardiola na yenim no he was a DNA kind of coach. When we talk about DNA kind of coaches they are coaches who believe in only one system and no feel say wa buy their man results into on sesa. But Pep Guardiola ba Manchester City playing against certain clubs who say a third down style ni failing no and man the needed results no and was also a winning the Champions League on the road to on the Bayern Munich semi kind I was in the semi-final also both legs Pep Guardiola defended well we are seeing no the Manchester City nya bi da wo mo career mu Pep Guardiola baba beje aye Champions League and so the amount to the most important thing is say o star no the results be brew enu ne hia ken Hansi Flick yem pardon ne kakra Hansi Flick. He's only a victim of his own circumstances created. When Xavi was leaving Barcelona, nobody expected, say, last season, Barcelona boko ni betimi agina no mabobo na omo boy no. Debi because baby na Barca gina na niam nko ye. There steps in Hansi Flick. Hansi Flick ba the Barcelona team. I wo ho no mu nei. Barca team na struggle no. He is the man who built the team. We talk about Inigo Martinez. Inigo Martinez by Ansana Hansi Flick eba. By Inigo Martinez by Barcelona no. Injuries ba behano. He had a foot injury. It's a game na onya bi more after signing hoto no. Last season, the second season of Barcelona, Hansi Flick buy no. And improve player no. Fortunately for Inigo Martinez, now Holy Christians into so a promo fit. And on to be shame and boy na fe niema fire and so the Maya Brantiano. I'll be a mainstay of Barcelona Bobo Konim. Rafinha was on the verge of being sacked. And a papa said there be monkey pino. Eventually, he worked on the player. And Maneba Baye, one of the best players last season, if not the best player in the Spanish Laliga. Pedri, no him born all right, but he was always crippled with injuries. Obeye and Nwajuma will stay fit consistently. Last season, we saw the best of Pedri. And Odiababa Rem this season. It's a lot of the Barcelona players. And our supporters, Nankasa Nyani, that's only Gidia woman. Papa ne be ye omo Nwajuma. Team na no mu feel say that bad and Zazavino or the Baba G League. Champions League no mu nyani that's what. Say Abia group stage one pomu betimi atra or the omo the semi-final stage of the Champions League. Enti no. And the mass supporters in GDA course. And it's our lenses, no, and I'm going to papa, your friend, say Hansi Flick. But let's be honest, the Hansi Flick situation and the Barcelona team, it's not like a team I have built over years. And a papa ne de bo debi. problems we are ebay and your problems are not set on the last season now coordination nema now for performance in any but unfortunately looking at the performance he gave last season no and the ready expectation no and no now kwa fast same way in adiaba me jitum said there are certain things that was all right highline over yes no correct but a weapon near you the highline and then the offside trap but you see a month for need that it almost best strategies to beat it because only to beat here or better and I know any problem this is here Ken Champions League games in a Barcelona I am sure say obi a top player nempa bonus obi top player
just say Mourinho here o she won come as
Ken say it is not as if
say pa the all football me
it is not as if say Mourinho to say Chelsea Mourinho ni biem nti ase nyi obi anwo
na say ni din na anyo no ade ho anyo nipa ko na
performance
no for na say ni nua
performance say te ba format wo
ei chese just assembly hu yetim ka say football say flop na the word just is coaches team flop sa
ai
o sa
I say bi na to you say
only footballers na say ka football and ko football aben
ai
Grana ba United ko ni bi eh me am just say enyo
enye form kin e form honestly obi atisika to player me sure say dey be mo ani ajepa ne say dey nti a wo to player ne ba obetimi achi yama o clearly na ba be money well spent and na dey ni je bebrel Galatasaray decided say omo ba be build the team no omo be build no omo to top players they be in the various positions but the number 9 position can omo lack it nti omo be hia obi a owo form na the performance ne was so no omo dey na ba no ba be si akan. There were a lot of players on European market in the striking department. And Galatasaray beat me at all. But a lot of these players no money ready to call. I see Victor Osimhen so because of the problems with the team at Napoli at that time. And this is Napoli into the turn so more they turn and found some more problems. And Galatasaray nyano for a loan deal. The performance they call Broso and after moment a permanent deal. Sika no the turn no. A lot of people questioned it. Say Victor Osimhen can do so, it doesn't make sense. Say at the age, omode say can be fan de na ko take it football mu. But ken Abrantia na echere say performance they wo honom and the dienti aye torn no or ye ho adwuma. Galatasaray won the first Champions League game against Frankfurt. Omo lose 5-1. Sa game no omo lose 5-1 na Victor Osimhen nya available. One more game ni bi amfa Galatasaray. After that, the next 3 Champions League games at Galatasaray abodi nyina Victor Osimhen abobi from there ni nyina oma win ni nyina they played Liverpool omo win 1-0 Victor Osimhen the shares ago ndema omo wieye omo bobodo omo win 3-1 Victor Osimhen scored 2 goals and edema omo yesterday omo boy Ajax no Osimhen bobi omo win 3-0 ono na ball hat-trick no. And so the Galatasaray bobo no. Into Galatasaray this season in the Champions League. Asha 8 goals. Victor Osimhen and Kwashi Muma 6. And the Diamamo. And you talk about Kylian Mbappe, Erling Brot Haaland, Harry Kane, some more form this season. Our Champions League never ko ye di mo. Omo mi and say you know be 5 goals. Victor Osimhen Asha 6. Champions League na able say Siano. He is the top scorer. Our Champions League mo enti me sure say sika no mo yide ko turn no enei onko taki e mo bi nkonko di hu nkobo bi because de enti o mo yi say sika na brand ye ne ye ho adwuma enso de Galatasaray boboko no kudos to him ken tadi share am asem no ka fast na defense ne wono me nim say ye ya wa na say your time there he's not being honest. Yes, the Arsenal defense for the past 4 seasons this season they come. Yes,
Saliba ne Gabriel.
Yes.
And Van de Ven.
Aye.
And Christian Romero. In terms of quality and talent, and yepe.
In terms of quality and talent.
Asadia no mashe. And no mungina ebo. But say oh show mungina we near Arsenal 2 no brom sa boys me no so sa.
2 no. Ebia Christian Romero ne bema competition kakra.
Romero.
But for Van de Ven onyanduru ho. This season and the performance and it was.
But it's also a form pa.
Until I said this season and the performance and it was wrong. But in any case, you can 4 and 5 and I say defense. There are certain positions that your partnership need cohesion near the ball. It's individually. You bet me our quality no. But you need to understand the need cohesion. Now you need to be more money ye. Saliba ni Gabriel. I form a partnership no normal born and near me con kind of maomo. For the past 3 seasons, Arsenal led the second back me and Sano. It was only once, and a nipa or G League, go the chain that a conceded goals fewer than the Arsenal team. It's clearly defense in a year, Juma. This season, as we speak, Arsenal and that's all. The whole season, they Premier League, they've conceded 3 goals. If you tell me, said the Tottenham defense, and this defense, a pair. Me who quite am a fast no matter what.
But Obi bet me Van de Ven as a footballer on unqual film, Edna compete. And yes, or a better chance Saliba. Saliba a better defender channel. But this season, or a better chance Saliba. Obejatum, sir.
This season, Minjintum.
Sir.
Yes, he's scoring goals, honestly.
What's his 6 goals this season?
Yes, or Bobo Pandy, no doubt. But the defensive duties of these 2 defenders, on your better chance Saliba, that on any day.
And yes, or a better make about this season or form chain be brave.
Goals in a man be form nana.
Then you go to Yana Ramos from the JD.
Because me should defender Juma. Goals near added advantage and quality.
Say you never can defend.
But we should defender Juma there.
Because on your numbers second one, a man you do.
Anything that make us say it's an added advantage.
Because all can defend that boy no was now. During Timber, I think we defend better.
Very well.
What was our boy?
Yes. I'm right back.
But no say anything no money team be praise.
Because our other defenders with the team more money than was wrong. It is like you know collectively near Kwakwaje trophy. You best player, you be the Dean was wrong near Yamano. It's what can and yes I will yard you, but you more Dean because you might not be the face of the team.
Mekwaba